Look at these two sentences. Let's read them first and then we will decide what are you supposed to do. Look at sentence number 1. Mr. Phillips has taken a decision to go to a foreign country in the following month. Got the idea? Mr. Phillips has taken a decision to go to a foreign country in the following month. I have just underlined a few parts of the sentence to make you clearly understand what this sentence stands for. Definitely we see Mr. Phillips has taken a decision to go to a foreign country in the following month. Now match this idea of the first sentence with sentence 2. Look, Mr. Phillips decided, has taken a decision, compared with decided, to go abroad, to go to a foreign country, one word replacement, in the following month, next month. Dear students, you might have noticed that in these two sentences, idea is same, but style of expressing that idea is different. What is the difference now? Just tell me. Do you have some idea? Okay, let me explain it. Difference is that more words have been used over here. More words. Let me write it down. More words. But in the sentence 2, fewer words. This is called the style of speaking. The style in which we use more words to say something is called wordiness. So, which of these two sentences is wordy? Of course, sentence 1 is wordy. Wordy because more words have been used to convey one idea. As compared to the first sentence, the second one having the same idea but with very few words. Mr. Phillips decided to go abroad next month. So dear students, we can define the word wordiness in a way that it is a style of speaking in which we use fewer words. Preciseness is there. So let's move on to the next topic point, that is redundancy. Now redundancy. What is redundancy? Look at the sentence. Oh, I forgot my PIN number and ATM machine snatched my card. Oh, that's the bad news. Look at the sentence again. Oh, I forgot my PIN number and ATM machine snatched my card. So look at these two capitalized acronyms. PIN number and ATM machine. So what is PIN? Let me just explain the first word. PIN, personal identification number, and ATM stand for automatic teller machine. It stands for ATM, it stands for PIN. Let's read the sentence again. Oh, I forgot my PIN number and ATM machine snatched my card. So if you use any acronym or short form, it is followed by another similar word that is the short form of number. N is the short form of number and M is the short form of machine. This is the overuse of words. So redundancy stands for overuse of word. When you introduce in a sentence one word, one similar word twice, that is called redundancy, and it is an error of style. My dear students, redundancy and wordiness, they are closely linked. In wordiness you use more words to say one thing, but in redundancy you say same word twice. to say something. Let's proceed. So, my dear student, you have gone through the idea of wordiness. Definitely, wordiness is a style in which we use more words to convey our idea. So, there are different examples. Look at them. The column on right side and column on left side, both are same. I mean, both convey the same idea. There is no difference. For example, here. At this place are same. Now, at the moment, same. Today, the present day, same. Yesterday, the previous day, same. My own or my personal. Sometimes we have some extraordinary stress in the sentence. After the word my, we use own or personal. No doubt, it goes without saying. My dear students, here you can see idea is the same. But what is the difference? Difference is with the words. So in which we use more words, this style is called wordy style. And here you can see fewer words are used. This is called non-wordy style. So it goes on cross. Anyways, you have to identify out sentences in which idea is the same. And you have to reject those sentences or eliminate those sentences which have a little bit different idea. Because style of wordiness can be assessed only of two sentences having same idea. Okay, let's do this example now. Look at this example. Ali put up an application for a job. Idea is very simple. Ali put up an application for a job. The same idea is conveyed very briefly. Ali applied for a job. You can see both ideas are same. They are identical. But the way of expressing those ideas is different. This is called wordy style. That is considered an error. And this is non-wordy style. This is considered correct style. So you are supposed to find out the correct. Since idea is the same in two sentences, that's why we can compare them regarding wordiness. But if we make a little bit change in the idea, now you can see in this sentence idea varies. Here we are not talking about the subject Ali, but we are talking about Khalid. Here you cannot match this sentence with that of this. You cannot compare first sentence with the third one, because here idea is distorted. Idea is distorted. Idea is different. Wordiness can be checked only when two sentences are giving the same idea. So this will not be considered, or this will not be compared with the first one. So you can just eliminate those options from your question paper which vary in idea and pick up any two sentences. Definitely those sentences will be there where idea will be same but use of words will be different. So the sentence will be your answer, the best choice that contains fewer words. So dear students, now comes the second point, that is redundancy. As we have discussed, redundancy is repetition of word. So dear students, let's move to the second point, that is redundancy. Redundancy is basically repetition. Basically, redundancy stands for overuse of words conveying the same meaning. I mean, we sometimes writers are in the habit of introducing synonymous words or the words which are no more needed in the sentence. If we just take them out, it makes no difference in sentence sense. You will get the better idea about it. So first example, past memories. You have to read and understand it, which word is actually giving or repeating the idea. For example, past and memories. Since memories are based on past, since memories are the part of past, so this word is additional. We can also call it dead use of word. I mean, it makes no difference if we apply this word as the adjective or before the word memory or not, it makes no difference. So that's why it is called redundant. Past memories. Free gift. So no gift is on payment. You know, the one who receive gift, he receives it free of cost. So this word free is futile. It is not needed over here. Final decision. So when we decide after a long discussion, if we reach the point where we have to take the decision, it's definitely final. So the word final is redundant. I mean, redundant, again, students keep this thing in mind. Redundant is a word that is extra. I mean, spare. Here in the sentence, if we see a spare word, we can take it out or we can put it in. It makes no difference. Anyways, final decision. So final word is redundant. Then my personal opinion. So if we look at the middle word personal or my, that is personal adjective over here, my opinion having the same meaning as my personal opinion. What do you think? So young children are already young, we can't say bigger children. Children are children. Slightly, if you are putting an emphasis on their innocence, then you can use, by the way, but the style does not need it anymore. So redundant word is young. Then sick patient. So similarly, the definition of a patient is the one who is suffering from some sort of disease. So sickness is there. That's why a man or a woman is called a patient. So if somebody is a patient, it's understood that he or she is sick. So no need to point it out. Blue color. So there are different colors. Blue is a color. It is not the meaning of something else, some gadget or some other article. Blue is a color. So word color is additional over here. So redundant words you have to identify after reading the sentence carefully. Now, end result. Here you can see result comes at the end. So end word is redundant. My dear students, whatever words I have bracketed, they are redundant. If you use them in the sentence or not, it makes no difference. That's why it is called redundancy. This is the error of style. I hope at the end you might have understood the differences between wordiness and redundancy. You will, through the example, you have understood that how you can check whether the errors of wordiness and errors of redundancy fall in the paper. So best of luck, student. Now let's do some example. Keep practicing at home. Keep practicing. This is the only way to get grip on such ideas, because I have earlier told you that in FSC such ideas are not discussed. It's not a part of their syllabus or exams, though these features are used in English language, but it is not asked in the examination. That's why students and teachers both don't bother to explain them in the class. Now it is time for you, when you enter into some college or university, you have to undergo an examination. Then you have to have the better idea of such stylistic errors. So best of luck, students. Let's move towards some examples. One thing more, keep watching my YouTube channel. There is always a new idea discussed in detail. So I hope you will wait for my next video. So dear students, let's move towards some examples. Look at the first one. Mr. John, a famous artist, he lives in the uptown area. So do you think it's grammatically correct? But where there is error of style? So just revise. Mr. John, a famous artist, he lives in the uptown area. If you look closely, Mr. John is the subject of the sentence. So this is the additional part. This phrase is an additional part. So if we continue the sentence, skipping it, Mr. John, he lives. So we are giving two subjects to a sentence. One is a noun, Mr. John, and other is pronoun, that is he. So out of these two words, we can use just one, either noun or pronoun. You know, pronoun is simply the replacement of noun. So this word is redundant. We can just skip it. This is the error. Mr. John, our famous artist, lives in the uptown area. Here goes the right sentence. Now look at second example. The reason why I admonished him is because he stole my assignment. You know, idea has been elaborated, exaggerated, or stretched by using more words. The reason why is the synonymous to because. you can just use one word, because like I admonished him, because no need to introduce unnecessary words giving the same idea. So in this sentence there is an error of style, you can call it redundancy. Here redundancy, and in the second sentence you can also see redundancy. Correct sentence would be like this: I admonished him because he stole my assignments. So I hope you have got the idea of what is redundancy and what is redundant style. Last but not the least, the little tiny and small creature, a firefly, entered my bedroom yesterday. So it's a good news. But what is the error you can find out, and how the error is identified? You can see the little tiny and small creature. In this segment you can see little having the same meaning as that of small, and small is the having the same meanings like tiny. So there are three words, synonymous words, identical words giving the same meaning. So this is also considered overuse of words. So this is the redundant style. If we just say little, or we introduce an adverb very little, so no need to use tiny and small, although little word is having the same meaning. So when you use more words to say the same idea, so that style is called redundant style. So you have to correct it by eliminating unnecessary words, rephrasing the sentence, or you have to choose from the given examination what is redundant and skip it, find out which is not. So at the end, my dear students, watch my video and you don't practice at home, then all these things will go void. So keep practicing, and with the great hope that you will get 100% result in the examination. It's quite easy to understand, but it will be easier to apply if you make practice. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Allah Hafiz.